When
Tell your name first. Your full name.
Bernice Ballard,
Your full maiden name and then your married name.
Bernice Cotton Ballard,
Bernice Sue.
Cotton Ballard.
Thank you. Now, why don't you tell the story about Uncle Jerry and the head of the table?
About him getting the head table and Daddy made him move.
Yeah, tell that.
Jerry always liked to sit at the head of the table, and one time I got to the head of the table, and Jerry tried to make me move, and I wouldn't, and Daddy made him move and let me have the seat.
How old were both of you?
Old enough to know better.
Okay. What about, tell one of the stories about Aunt Burnett.
Doing what?
Anything. Whatever comes to your mind.
Well, one time when we were in high school, we were twins, and the teachers had a hard time getting us apart, the kids too, for that matter. But we had a teacher that the kids loved to aggravate. One day she was in the study hall and the kids were out playing or whatever, and Burnett went up to her room and opened the door and closed it and slammed it and ran downstairs. I happened to be in the hall, and she crawled to me about being rude, and it was Burnett that did it.
Did Burnett
blamed her?
Did Burnett get you in trouble often?
No, not too often. But we were buddies with another set of twin girls, and they didn't even resemble each other. But their names were Alma and Alma Turner, and we buddied together. I buddied with Alma, and Burnett buddied with Alma. Alma was, I guess you'd say, fun-loving and outgoing, and like to kid people, and she and Alma were more alike, and Alma and I were more alike.
Why don't you describe your brothers and sisters, one at a time?
My oldest brother was Bill. His name was William Washington Cotton, but he was called Willie when we were growing up, and then we started, I don't know why, because when he married his wife, he started calling him Bill, I think. And then we
St. Myrtle always called him Willie, didn't she?
Yeah. And he was the oldest boy. And he never could tell me and my twin apart. He'd put us right in front of him so he could look in both of our faces before he could decide which was which.
Okay. Who's next? You did Uncle Bill?
Ballard.
Okay.
Ballard was a real good person. Got to about the drinking.
Yeah.
But he drank some, but then when he got old enough to date and have girlfriends and all, this girl that he fell in love with wouldn't marry him because he was drinking. And I think she just laid the law down to him that he could quit drinking or forget her, and he was in love with her, so he quit drinking. And I don't think he ever took a drink after that. He was a good man.
Who was the girl?
Laura Goodwin.
And he married her, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's really neat.
She was a good person, too.
Yeah. Okay, you talked about Uncle Bill and Uncle Ellard. Tell me about one of your other brothers and sisters.
Pete.
Okay.
Pete was older than Ellard. Anyhow,
You don't have to do them in order.
Pete was, he wasn't healthy at all. But he drank some to it, but he was a pretty good person. And I remember after my twin sister passed away, the whole family just kind of petted me rotten. And one time I had a suit laid away at the darning shop. It was a green suit. And it was so pretty. And I owed, I think, $40 on it. Back then, that was a lot of money to pay for a suit. And I borrowed the money from Pete to pay it out. And when I had to go pay for it, when I had to pay him back, I talked him into giving it to me, not let me pay him. So he did. And he said, "Oh, Bernice, okay."
Okay, who else?
Charles.
Okay.
Charles was 2 years older than me, a little over 2 years older than me and my twin. And Charles, when he grew up, he was really good to me. He bought me my first watch. And he thought he was just always real good to me. He drank some too. But he had a good heart.
Hmm.
And Jerry.
Yeah. Talk about Uncle Jerry D.
Unforgettable Jerry. Jerry was a pretty good kid. But
Tell the story about the knocking on the table.
knocking on the table.
The verse in Revelations. The verse in Revelations chapter 3 verse 20, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock."
Yeah, but I can't remember the rest of it.
Wasn't Uncle Jerry standing, wasn't he hungry and wanted your mother to feed him? And wasn't he knocking on the table and saying, "Behold, I stand at the door and peck"?
Yeah, something like that. I don't really recall.
I'll get him to tell that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. What else about Uncle Jerry?
Well, when I finished high school, he got my ring and let a little girl wear it. And I think Daddy made him go get my ring and give it back to me. My graduation
Right.
ring.
Yeah, we've still got it.
Mm-hmm. I've got it.
I know. Okay. Now talk about your sisters.
Myrtle was the oldest, and Myrtle was just a real good person, a real good Christian, and she really did look after her brothers and sisters. She loved us and done things for us, and after Bernadette died, she encouraged me to go back to school, which I did. And she saw that I got the things that I needed for graduation. She bought my graduation ring. I was trying to remember how much it cost, if I ever told you.
Mm-mm.
I think it cost $9.25.
Really? Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gold. Wow.
And she bought it for me. And she saw that I had the things that I needed, and Ellard also helped and encouraged me. And when I was a senior in high school, we had a play, and I was one of the main characters in the play. And Ellard saw that I got to when we'd have rehearsals or if I had to go to school for something, Ballard always took me.
Hmm. Okay.
Ballard was good to me.
What about your other sisters?
Doris,
Mm-hmm.
and Doris was unforgettable.
You've used that word with her and Uncle Jerry. That's funny.
Well, they are. Doris was, she was hot-headed when she got mad. She was a good person too, and she was good to me.
She was
I
a hot.
always told her that she was better to me than I was to her, and she was. But I loved her, but we fussed with each other.
Really?
She'd make me mad. But one time, when I was out at her house, she said, she made me mad about something. And I said, and yeah, she said, now, Bernice, you know I love you. I said, I love you too, but I'm going home. So I left. But I think I called her that night before I went to bed.
What about Burnett? Can you talk about Burnett?
Burnett was fun-loving and full of mischievous. And she was, we resembled a lot, but our personalities were so different. And there never was over 4 pounds difference in our weight. And I remember when we were in the 4th grade, the teacher, Miss Bates, Florence Bates, was the teacher. And she had this, I guess you'd call it, what would you call it, like, I can't remember now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't help.
When she had a contest going where I guess maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks, there were so many that made enough A's could go take a trip like an ice cream cone in a movie. And I made enough A's, but Burnett didn't. And Miss Bates knew that my mother and daddy wouldn't let me go if my twin sister couldn't go, and I wouldn't go if she couldn't go. So she let both of us go. We had an ice cream cone and a trip to the movie. Hell's Angels.
Hell's Angels, really?
That's the name of it. I can't remember who played it. Gene Harlow, I think.
What's the earliest movie you ever remember seeing?
Gosh, I don't know. I went to the movies all my life. Our daddy would walk with us from Blue Mountain to Anniston to go to the movie.
That's about what, 3 miles, something like that? 3 or 4 miles?
About 3 miles.
Talk to me about your mom and dad.
Well, they were good parents. They always saw that. And my daddy drank some, but they always saw that we had plenty to eat. We didn't have any money, but we had plenty to eat. And, what else?
Well, what about your dad's personality? What was good about it? What was bad about it?
He was,
Tell some of the stories about him.
remember when the boys done something that they weren't supposed to do, he'd whip them. And back then, people whip their kids.
Right.
Or he'd make them.
Yeah, they did when I was younger too.
Sometimes he'd make them cut the stove wood at night and stuff like that. But he, all in all, he was a good daddy.
What about your mom?
Mama was a good cook, and I know I've seen her make 60 biscuits at one time because she had 5 boys and 4 girls. Well, she had 5 girls, but one died when she was 3 years old. That was way before I was born.
Right.
We didn't have a whole lot of pretty things, but Daddy had a a brother. We called his name was Peter Oscar O'Neill Cotton, but we called him Uncle P.O.
Say that again slower.
Daddy had a brother named Peter Oscar O'Neill Cotton, but everybody called him P.O. We called him Uncle P.O. And his wife's name was Alice, and she used to take me and my twin sister to town and buy things for us occasionally, like sweater and ham and whatever we needed, occasionally like eat strap bed or whatever.
Okay.
When we were small, she was a good person.
What do you remember about any of your grandparents?
Very, very little, because I was real little when they died. Now, my grandmother Taylor, that was on my mother's side, she lived with us. She died she must have died around 19... George was born 1930. She must have died maybe 31 or 32, I'm not sure.
I could look it up, but that's about right.
But I loved her. She was a good woman. She lived with us.
Mm-hmm.
When we moved to Blue Mountain, I think.
Do you remember any stories she told or anything she used to say?
No.
You don't remember her ever sat talking to you at all?
I can't recall.
What was her other daughter like?
Oh, Noby.
Mm-hmm. Her real name was what?
Nobia, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nobia, and she married Smith.
Right.
Now, she was a good lady.
What was your relationship with Aunt Noby like?
She was always real sweet to me. And I remember one time when Mama was sick and Aunt Noby, they lived in Leeds, and Aunt Noby came to the house, stayed several days, and cooked for us.
Right. She teach you anything?
I watched her learn how to make biscuits.
What did Uncle Jerry call that? The way you make biscuits.
You're the one that called that.
What?
I made biscuits, you called them finger biscuits.
Yeah, but Uncle Jerry used to say you were chucking biscuits, didn't he?
I don't remember that.
I think he did. Why did I call them finger biscuits?
Because when I put them on the pan. I'd
Put your finger on top of each one of them.
mash them down a little bit.
Right.
You call them finger biscuits.
That's right, they were good. Anyway,
I'm through.
you're through? Alright, we'll do some more later. Hang on, wait a minute.
Where's this going? And you gonna get in trouble.
Hey, Bernice, you wouldn't believe what people said about you. I ain't gonna tell you now. I'm gonna wait till you enjoy yourself first.
You gonna wait till after I eat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Wave at the camera, Mother. Wave. Wave.
What?
Wave.
That's probably about the size of that big glass.
God, you put sugar in it? You not put sugar in it? Will you sugar
Any
in it?
words of wisdom you want to share? Oh, we're getting the queenly wave. Look out.
It'll start in a minute, so don't worry about it.
Oh, look at that.
No, nothing.
Hey, we got some light in here. Is this for really?
How did sugar actually do that?
You wanna turn it off?
Get a little light in there.
Get over with her, Tony.
Huh?
Get over there with her.
I'll do that. I can do that. I like getting in pictures.
What y'all doing?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
I like getting. Let me get down on this one bad knee. There you go.
See it?
Here's your sign.
How you doing, Tim?
We're doing fine.
Look, my angel here.
Yeah, okay.
See that?
That's good. We need
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
That's my angel. God love her.
I started to stick out my tongue.
Huh?
We've got like
Stick out my tongue.
30 or 40 pictures of her with her tongue stuck
With
out.
her tongue stuck out?
Yeah. That's your.
What's that?
Well, you probably deserve it, Tim.
She's done it to everybody.
You know what?
What?
They all deserve
Probably deserves that. Get a picture of my cat out there.
I'm getting a picture of
my
you
dogs.
right now.
Oh, is your cat out there?
Yeah, my pretty cat. Don't you want to take it home with you? You can train a cat, ain't Bernice?
Well, if I could keep it, I would.
Hey, pretty boy, girl, whatever you are. I know, Anna, you want something, but you ain't getting it yet.
Move, I want to see that cat.
Oh, this is stupid. This is stupid in ways I can't even begin to describe.
That sounds, oh, that one's bright. Whew, that one blinds you right there.
What, mine? It's because I turned the light on. Alright, is that better?
Hey, Bernice needs a cushion. She needs to be taller.
On the seat then.
What?
I said, you need the cushion. You need to be taller.
Yeah.
Ain't that much light right there.
Here, I'll give you some light. Wait a minute. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better. Turn around and smile, baby.
Merry
Thank you very much. Oh, get Tim.
Oh God, sweating like a whore in church.
Take that head out right there.
What are you doing?
Take it out.
Who?
I'll be running from this thing. I got
I'm
you.
going out to see Lily is what I'm doing.
That's all right. I got you.
I got pictures of them playing when Melanie was here.
Hello, Lily.
Where's the simple one?
Come see me. Come see me, Miss. Oh, it's Lily. Yeah, I remember. I raised this thing.
You can raise that thing.
I sure did. Her registered name is Beckensaw's Sweet Temptation. Beckensaw's my kennel name. Hey, Lily, say hi. Oops. Lily. Hang on. Lily. Hello, Lily. I a good girl. She's a good baby. Yes. Well, Anna, you're being ugly.
Yeah.
You better watch Anna. She'll come right in there.
Yeah.